welcome right back to boxing in the arena. Now, representing the red corner, weighing in at 160, it is Dayann Graig. So fighting from the blue corner, wearing blue and black trunks. His official weight is 167 pounds, and he's from Rock River. One fighter, Alex Lindo.
All right, Tyler, here the referee is giving them the final instructions. This is just mandatory instructions. They already gave them the instructions and the rules in the dressing room, so then the referee will give them a final instructions, remind them of the rules of how the fight is going to be governed inside the ring. The referee is checking with the judges and the officials to make sure that everybody's in place and everything is ready. He's checking the judges.
We're set for another 3 rounds, folks.
Right, and Tyler, this one is actually an exhibition bout. That's why we see both fighters in the headgear.
Oh, got you. So explain to our audience about expedition, the difference between the expedition
right,
fight.
You'll see that kind of like this fight, absolutely that the skill level and the technique level is not going to be there in what we saw before.
Oh, wow.
But the fight will get excitement from the crowd.
Yeah, Lindo came out swinging.
Literally swilling, as you said, Tyler. You'll see that kind of like with the punch delivery, with the stance, with the footwork. There's a lot less skill and technique here. But the enthusiasm is there, and then this type of fight is going to get the reaction from the crowd.
How impactful is crowd interaction to our fighters?
Well, absolutely. These fighters are hometown boys. Both of these fighters are from this community, and they represent. So then we'll see that, it's going to be a very spirited affair from both fighters, where the motivation, another level of excitement, where the motivation and inspiration of the crowd could be in basketball, the sixth man,
yes.
In football, the 12th man, that was the motivation to push them through. Because again, each fighter is being hit, so they're probably going to need that to galvanize them through the fight. That's Lindo we see from the blue corner on shaky legs. LASCO. Lindo seems to be the aggressor here. He's landed a cleaner. One fighter landed a cleaner and more telling punches. We got the warning bell. Very telling, Tyler. A lot less defense in this fight that we saw in the
completely different from the last fight that we just saw.
Night and day. Lindo and LASCO.
I got my prediction already.
No, well, hold on, Tyler.
I'm just saying.
After the fight starts.
This is based on this one round. I'm calling it. Wow. That was a lot of action in one round, though.
Action, yeah. And you'll see that, well, the nurses in the ring, like both fighters took a lot of punches. So the medical will go in the ring to make sure that like the fighter is okay, that the fighter can continue, and the fighter can put in another round. But there was a lot of punches that landed in that round.
So what are the key elements that our nurses are checking here? Just their cognitive skills and...
Exactly. Just make sure that he doesn't have a concussion, and to make sure that he's responsive. Yes. Make sure that, that the eyes are working and he still has his coordination and the cognitive ability.
Not making excuses here, but it did rain earlier. We had a nice little downpour. How impactful is this slippery ring? Is that even a factor?
Well, absolutely.
Or am I trying to help my brother out?
Again, it's an adjustment that the fighters are going to have to make to in the ring. There was some unexpected rain, and then it's like they're just going to have to be a little bit more sturdy with their feet in terms of the steps that they take. And speaking about the action, no mandatory feeling out process in this one, Tyler. Right back to the action.
Yeah. I feel like LASCO's coming a little bit harder this round.
Absolutely. Seems like he got a good pep talk from the corner.
Trying to write
and
him
his
out.
corner, if you can hear his corner is talking to him now and motivating him. It seems, and definitely, referee's going to earn his pay on this one. Referee probably has to stay a little bit closer to the action, but both of these fighters are going to make sure that the referee earns his pay for this one. It sounds like some solid body shots are landing from Lindo.
I'm sticking with my original call at the top of the show.
Again, a little fancy foot. Was that a hop and a skip? Hop, skip, and a jump. Little fancy footwork from Alex. Both fighters are showing a little bit of signs of fatigue. Oh, that was a solid and beautiful right hand. And so then, like, for everybody out there, that's what we say, that what we call about clean and telling punches. That should have been a mandatory 8 count. That was a clean and telling punch from Alex Lindo.
So if you were training LASCO, what would be your advice?
Well, it would be going right back to what you had mentioned in the previous fight. Just like the foundation.
He lost his footing, and one fighter was able to capitalize on it.
Another clean and solid punch. And again, to go back to the original question, it would be about the footwork. It would be about laying the foundation and fundamentals there, because what we see is the fighters can't defend themselves because their feet are never in position. Because their feet are never in position, they can't defend themselves, they can't make the appropriate defensive moves, and they can't throw the appropriate punches. So that's why everything looks a little bit
a little bit wild. It's a little wild. You're talking about the offense in the previous round and how the defense makes for great offense. Well, since their defense isn't really here, it's creating sporadic, if you will, offense.
And again, safe to say that one fighter won those 2 rounds. Definitely the second round, all one fighter.
I thought LASCO was making some moves here, but
seems as if one fighter has his number. The man from Rock.
He's not stressed out. Like, even in his corner right now, like, he's chilling.
Seems like he's walking. It seems like another day in the office. Seems like it's a walk in the park.
He's okay.
Another day in the office, a walk in the park.
Oh, man. Round 3, folks.
Tyler, as we let the audience know that this is the beginning of round 3, it's also the time when maybe the referee and the ring nurse and the ring doctor will probably start thinking about protecting the fighter against themselves and start to look at maybe that, one fighter has shown that he's been absolutely dominant in this fight, where the LASCO has had trouble defending himself, and it might be a point where we have to protect the fighter against himself. If it doesn't come from the corner, maybe it'll come from the referee or come from the ring doctor, that this one might have to be stopped. Where I think we've seen enough that we've seen who the dominant fighter is this one.
There's only so much you're going to be able to do in this one round.
And again, this is it's absolutely exhibition. It's a fight. And a wrestling move is what draws the excitement from the crowd.
Right? The crowd is favoring one more than the other.
And the referee will warn him about that to let him know that, the unnecessary, the roughhouse tactics and the wrestling moves are a foul in boxing. Both, again, a spirited effort from both fighters.
And that's took some wild punches right there.
They put them together. And again, when it comes to LASCO, the man fighting from the blue corner, this is what we talk about in terms of, fighters digging a little bit deep, digging deep. And even though he's had a rough night, he still has a fighter's spirit. He's still fighting. He's still looking for ways to win. He's still looking to land big punches.
He's having some moments for sure.
Yeah, so foul in boxing when he turns his back to his opponent that way. Final bell, ladies and gentlemen. So then we'll go to the scorecards. The judges will tally up the scores, and
Predictions?
safe to say the winner's coming from the red corner. Safe to say the winner's coming from the man in the red helmet.
Okay. You get no disagreement from me.
So Tyler,
I want to ask that, just since we have a judge at the table, what were you looking at? What were you considering in this fight? In these 3 rounds, what was catching your eye?
For me, the blue corner were more aggressive, and he seems to be a better fighter for me. He did need some more techniques in terms of how we approach and everything, but he's a better fighter, and I gave him the fight.
What do you have to say about the fighter? But again, it was still a spirited effort from LASCO over here, because even though he took some big punches, he still continued to fight through.
He's definitely a fighter. He did not give up, despite he's been down, because he got some serious punches, honestly. But he's a spirited fighter.
Do you think it has anything to do with the fact fighting in front of his people?
I don't think so. I think the lack of training, and the technicality about boxing, that's what I think is lacking.
What does a fight like this do for the community when they see their own 2 guys that are willing to step into the boxing ring and to fight for their entertainment?
It's motivation. People look forward to coming out because it's excited. You know what I'm saying? And when you have your homegrown boxing, you have more people to attend and want to see what it's like. Yeah.
All right, people, we're going to take it back to
Here we go.
Of this, our second bout is the red corner. Alex, red fighter, Lindo.
Hey, yo, welcome back to Boxing in the Arena. I am here with the winner of this last round, Alex One Fighter Lindo. Welcome to the table. Congratulations on your win, brother.
Feel well grateful. So, I come out long time. Just want love this thing. Love this boxing thing. From around 18. Been doing it a long time.
Well, listen, you came out swinging, like you came going hard. What was your thought going into the ring?
I'm going hard for win.
Got you.
That's the reason. As I said from the first something I said out. I tell you, just one fight, never lose a fight.
Oh, wow. Well, listen, the way you came out swinging, you had LASCO on the ropes multiple times, like in the first round and the second round. Every round you had, oh boy, on the ropes here. So you fight with a lot of force. Who are some of the boxers that you looked up to?
Tyson, my favorite.
I can tell.
Tyson, my favorite. Go hard and done.
So what's next for you? What you got coming up next?
I want to go further with this.
Okay.
I want to go very further. Just want to find some time to go on.
I feel that. I appreciate you for taking the time. Get cleaned up. Enjoy the rest of your night. Good luck on your next fight, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you.